Are you looking for a short list of cities that are just chock full of thrills and unwanted excitement? You know, the kind of towns that have only one side anymore. That would be the bad side. If so, then this list is for you. Here are the top 10 most dangerous cities in the U.S. with populations exceeding 100,000. These cities are known for their high rates of violent crimes, including homicides, assaults, and robberies. So, lock your doors and hunker down as we cruise down the alleys and boulevards of America's most forsaken towns. Starting off with number 10, we have Stockton, California. Yeah, good old Stockton. The eyesore of the Golden State. But they have their share of rappers, so don't go throwing shade. At number 9, we have Milwaukee, Wisconsin. This town is known for its beer, cheeseheads, and hosting the 2024 Republican National Convention. Now, why conventioners would want to go to this town, I have no idea. But I must admit, if you can't find a brewery to your liking in this town, then you must not like beer. At crazy number 8, we have Little Rock, the capital of Arkansas. Did you ever wonder why it is not pronounced Arkansas? You can thank the French for dropping the S at the end, but in Little Rock, that is not the only thing that has dropped over the decades. Quality of life has fallen behind many other cities, and crime has been taking its toll. Little Rock set a new record of 81 homicides in 2022, but don't worry. If your car gets stolen, you can always hop on the retro Metro streetcar. Check it out. At lucky number 7 comes a town that can use some luck, and that would be Cleveland, Ohio. Things have been heading south for years, just like LeBron James. A sore subject. Sorry, Cavalier fans. But Cleveland is another Rust Belt city that has seen better days. At number 6 is Kansas City, Missouri. Lately, urban Kansas City has been losing population, while suburban areas have been growing. Crime continues to grow as 2023 witnessed a record number of homicides in the city. The image of the majestic Clydesdales pulling the iconic Budweiser wagon has already been tarnished. But as crimes increase, the city's image will need a lot more than a beer garden to turn things around for this town. At number 5, we've got St. Louis, Missouri, where they take pride in being better than East St. Louis just across the Mississippi River. But the shining Gateway Arch doesn't draw new residents to the city anymore as its population continues to decline. And with a crime rate higher than 99.5% of all other U.S. cities, we can only expect this decreasing population trend to continue. But if you're looking for excitement, I recommend taking the STL Riverfront Adventure. They give you a life jacket and a paddle that can be used for self-defense. Seriously, give it a go if you're in town. At number 4 on the list is Baltimore, Maryland. Whatever became of the town that once touted the millions of dollars invested in the city's inner harbor as its golden renaissance just a generation ago? Between 2010 and 2020, the city lost 6% of its population, and it has continued losing significant population every year since. With violent crimes 320% higher than the national average, attracting new residents is going to be a tough sell. At number 3 is Birmingham, Alabama, a city that was once the 36th largest in the nation, is now 129th and retains only a fraction of its peak population reached back in 1960. Homicides continue to increase, but my guess is that even more are dying to exit the city. Job losses and high crime rates haven't helped to attract new residents either. Birmingham hosted the 2022 World Games. However, with only 3% of attendees being foreign travelers, the city had not benefited financially as it hoped. And number 2 on our list goes to Memphis, Tennessee. I wouldn't mind visiting Graceland, but I will be out of there by sundown. Memphis murder rates are high and continue to increase in 2024. Note also that aggravated assault rates in Memphis are significantly higher than even our number 1 city coming up next. And thankfully, we survived unscathed to the number 1 most dangerous city, Detroit, Michigan. Note that recent law enforcement efforts are actually improving crime statistics in the Motor City. However, Detroit is still near the top in both homicides and aggravated assault rates when combined. With population declines now leveling off, perhaps Detroit is turning the corner and will start to fall down our list. Only time will tell. Well, there you have it, folks. What do you think is the most dangerous city? Leave a comment, and don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and consider subscribing to Carolina Geographic.